So we're sitting here in the backyard of your beautiful palace.
Yeah.
Train. That's the largest model train that's available. Is that right?
Yeah, the Garden Railroad.
Yeah.
Yeah. G scale. Find them in ice cream shops.
Going around the roof though. This
Yeah.
this is at eye level. It's pretty awesome.
Well, it's about 30 inches. So I did a lot of research. And the big trick is when you get older than me, being able to get down. Getting down's easy. It's getting back up that's tough. So by having it this way, I can work on it for a long time, and it makes it much more visual.
Yeah.
So the downside is and it's 1 inch to 29 inches. So that's like 60 feet fall. And for real, it's a long way.
It's still death.
Yeah.
It's still. You're still gonna get maimed. So we were talking just a minute ago. I don't know. Did you want to talk about the finality of the Kyle Barker band?
Oh, yeah. It's time to move on, Jay.
Yeah,
It's just that simple. After 40, and I can mention names. Penny White. Did you know Penny?
I didn't know her.
She,
No.
For 32 years, we had the same exact members. Actually, the three guys for over 35 years. So Penny died of cancer, and I've been trying to, but it's over. It's the end of an era, as we were talking about.
Yeah.
We were somebody in 1980 covering Cyndi Lauper and Boy George, playing. And one thing I mentioned to you is all my songs that were on the playlist then are on the do not playlist now.
Right.
You can't play the Hokey Pokey anymore. You can't play the Chicken Dance. You can't play Celebration by Kool and the Gang.
Now you can't by law, or you can't by Bridezilla's.
Bridezilla.
Okay.
Right. That's a good term. Yeah. It's changed. It's totally changed. So yeah, and I'm good, cool.
Yeah.
I do get to play. My next gig is coming up Saturday. It's a 90th birthday party.
Nice.
And the great thing about it is I don't have to practice.
Yeah, it's all songs that you know.
Yeah, in fact, I'm expecting.
I mean, you knew him growing up because they were already 20 years old whenever you were listening to them.
90 years old. That's a good way to figure out what was happening like in 1930. Or
Prohibition?
1940. Yeah, I can do Minnie the Moocher.
Oh yeah.
And what was that one? The Sheik of Araby. Have you ever heard that?
No. Maybe.
Without no pants on? Okay. I'll sing this. Now, I learned this from a guy in World War II guy. I was playing piano bar. And your line is, without no pants on. Okay. You ready? I'm the Sheik.
Without no pants.
Oh, no, yeah, I'll tell you
okay.
one. I'm the Sheik of Araby.
Without no pants on.
Your love belongs to me.
Without no pants on.
At night, while you are sleeping.
Without no pants on.
Into your tent I'll go creeping.
Without no pants on.
The stars that shine up above.
Without no pants on.
We'll light our way to love.
Without no pants on.
You'll rule this land with me.
Without no pants on.
The Sheik of Araby.
Without no pants on.
Now you can Google that. I mean,
okay.
It's a legit song.
Now that's not on a do not playlist.
Well,
that'd be a hard one. That would be a fun one to do at a wedding.
I never did that at a wedding. No, I've never done it at a wedding. Done it at a few bars and stuff. But boy, that's
so really... You do a lot of Italian weddings. Did you ever do old Joe? What is it, Joe's Hideout, or what's that? That
I always get it wrong.
It's something Hideaway, right?
Yeah, that's a tango.
Tango, yeah. But I just figured that would be Hernando's Hideaway, right?
Hernando's. Yeah. I didn't sing it. Penny sang it.
Yeah. So that was one of your songs?
We played the Carousel Dance Club.
Okay.
And they're really big in tangos and waltzes. So, and there again, no competition. In fact, if the Downey has a really good alumni dance band. But they didn't do Latin stuff, so we did cha-chas and tangos and rumbas and beguines.
Now, was that Rachichi that was with the tango band that out of Downey?
No. Our band, Kyle Barker Band, played all of that. But those keyboards, I know the tempo. In fact, the only time I ever got reprimanded is a guy came up to me and said, "Mr. Parker, you really need to change the tempo on your tango because it's too slow." I said, "Well,
you were doing romantic tangos? Or?
You're 76 years old. I thought I was doing you a favor." No.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, I would guess, like especially for, like my parents, they do like a Cajun swing.
Oh, that's fine.
And now that my mom's got 2 replacement knees, they can do it again. But they're like, that's pretty fast stuff. That pop, 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 pop. It's almost like the chicken dance.
Ever do the hall over there? What's with the springs in the dance floor? That's
no.
The Eagles Hall.
I did not know. Somebody said something about that, but I didn't know that was a real thing.
Literally, the springs in the dance floor.
Holy cow!
So everybody gets to bouncing like you're off the floor.
Yeah.
And it's good, easy on the knees.
Huh.
And the blues box plays over.
That's upstairs, right?
No, it's ground level. It's about 100
I'm
yards.
thinking Moose Lodge.
No, this is the
where's the Eagles Hall? Where's that at?
It's on Yosemite and a block south of Loma. Whatever it is over there.
Okay, I know that hall over there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all.
I did not know they had springs in the floor. That's really
It used
cool.
to be a speakeasy, and it was the Cote d'Oro.
Oh, the Portuguese Hall. That's what I'm thinking.
No, the Portuguese Hall on 6th Street.
What's the one that they say there was a crawl tunnel?
It was the Eagles.
That's the Eagles.
And
okay.
Went over to a restaurant.
I thought that was the Portuguese Hall.
Portuguese Hall's on 6th Street.
Huh. Okay.
Hey, got a great story about the Portuguese Hall. So, 20 years ago, we were providing all the pianos for Dave Brubeck.
Okay.
And I had a case the Dave Brubeck Institute. Yamaha was who we are. So we had 3 or 4 grand pianos, and we ended up providing the drum set and the bass amp for the Dave. Well, I went up there and met Dave Brubeck on Friday. And even though he's 15 years older than I am, I was the closest one to his age. I tried to give him some space because he's a big, famous guy. But he kept coming to, and so I saw him again on Monday and again on Tuesday. So, and everybody else is 18 or 19, and they're playing his music, and they're geniuses from back east. So he said, "Hey, Barker," he says, is the Portuguese Hall, the California Ballroom, it's called, on 6th Street. He says,
okay.
Is that still there? I go, yeah, it's still there. He said, I played there in 1941. 1941, Dave Brubeck played in Modesto. He's from Ione, Jackson. That's where he's from. And he said, how about the Chuck Wagon there at 5 Points on it? I said, no, Dave, that's a parking lot now. He goes, well, 1 out of 2 is not bad. So he was very appreciative that
Chuck Wagon.
You don't remember that, do you?
At 5 Points where Denny's?
Well, it's across the street. It's where the parking lot is now. Next to Jack in the Box.
Oh, okay. The Damrell Building parking lot.
Yeah, the Damrell Building parking lot.
Okay.
That was called the Chuck Wagon, and Dave Brubeck played there in 1941.
Wow.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think like my generation's equivalent is going to be like the Fat Cat. It was a Dungeons and Dragons hall, and then it turned into the Fat Cat, and I really thought that was going to be, their whole motif at first was like an old jazz, like a Satchmo blues kind of look, and their comedy shows they would have that sexy saxophone guy playing at the beginning, and I had that dude play with me. He was out of Stockton, and he came in whenever I was doing Speakeasy Mondays.
Single guy, he had using backing tracks?
No, yeah, but whenever he was doing, he was just doing, single.
Very good.
But I had this recording of him playing. It was "Let's Stay Together," and I had DJ Chopsticks, the DJ from Moonshine Bandits, playing a beat over the top of it, and I'm singing to it. And he's playing saxophone, kind of doing my backups. And I had this gal in L.A. hearing it. And it's not in the key of the actual song. Like, I'm not singing in the key of Green, and he's not playing in the key. You know what I mean? We're doing our own thing. But we're playing around with the song. And this girl's like, this is horrible. This is horrible. And I was like, yeah, maybe it is, but I like it. You know, it was sometimes I don't think.
You gotta try.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you think your worst gig ever in all your years of playing, all 15 years of it?
I don't know. I've always tried to. I think one of the, there again, things change. And we played the California Dairy Association for years. And we knew all the Hank Williams Sr. stuff and all the, Charlie Pride, Charlie Rich, and all the stuff for every dairyman at the time, back 20 years, it was over 65 years old.
Yeah.
And then one year we came, and there's 250, and it's every dairyman's son, and they're all 24 years old.
And they want to hear
Toby Keith,
Travis Tritt, Toby Keith.
Yeah.
Watermelon Crawl. Y'all know how to play Watermelon Crawl? No, man, I play your grandpa's music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And we were just one day too late, and all those years I've very seldom been out of my element.
Yeah.
And I was embarrassed. I felt like I let the crowd down. It is what it is.
But you know what? You didn't
shake hands, slap them on the back, and say, "Hey, I'm glad."
Yeah.
And they knew who I was.
Right.
And I knew who they were, and I knew their parents. And it's a small community. And of course, I knew all that.
But man, you know what? I feel like if all you to do is sing, go into like some old, you don't have to call me by my name. And that would pull them back in. Something that they got drunk when they were growing up. Singing.
The newest song I knew was "I Got Friends in Low Places." So,
well, and that you play that now, you're gold.
It still works.
Yeah,
it still works now.
Yeah,
but Garth, for what it came back, it's strong. Yeah, but you can't make a gig with one song.
No, for sure. It's hard to stretch.
That's like
it's a hard stretch.
Hey, any Jimmy Buffett songs? I don't know, Margarita. Oh, Margarita, cool, you're great.
Yeah.
Hey, any Neil Diamond song? Yeah, I do. Sweet Caroline. Oh, you're the best. Yeah.
But what's weird to me? I mean, I've been less of a. I mean, I've had to sing these songs because I was kind of like a human jukebox in some of my gigs. But just even as a DJ, there's songs I don't even want to play because I'm just sick of hearing them. And people will be like, I want to hear the YMCA.
Or Pride Mary? Brown-Eyed Girl? You mean
Brown-Eyed Girl. Brown-Eyed Girl is one that I hate singing.
Like we say in the band, just put on the back.
But, if I walk up and, you or Johnny and Kelly is
put it on
playing
the back of a 50.
I'll jump in. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Now, that version of Hello, Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
That's one that never has gotten old to me, and I've been singing that one for at least 15 years. And if somebody requests that, I'm like, yeah. That's because I feel like I can swag it out. I can really play it up. Whereas then you got the dump truck brains. They're like, hey, play Friends in Low Places, and it's oh God, shoot me.
I played that, last time I played that was 3 or 4 years ago. I tried to do a bar gig. When I say I tried, I was out of my element again.
Yeah.
And it was on St. Patrick's Day, and I'd already played 4 or 5 hours down at Gervasoni. So then I got to go another one. And so, I know what.
Are you doing Gervasoni's now?
No.
That they've
no, they're not going to have music anymore.
Yeah.
But
there goes the whole.
Their lamb shank's still good, but.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I tell you what happened was the guy who booked Johnny and Kelly were booked twice.
Oh.
So you filled in someone, and I did Friends in Low Places. And what I was surprised is they knew all of the words, not just the chorus, but the verse and everything. You're right.
Yeah.
So there you sit, watching the baseball game, drinking
grab you
beer.
another.
Yeah, drinking beer and playing Friends in Low Places.
You mind if I grab another?
Please. That's great.
I would say I've had a lot of close calls. I did a barn party for the King family out in Turlock. I didn't know who they were, but they kept telling me all night, "I'm a king." you know who I am? I'm a king. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're telling me.
You know, Jay, so what is the worst gig? You know, it's really, really hard to remember bad things.
Yeah.
If you ask me some of the best gigs I ever had, you'd almost you can hardly imagine some really, really great.
Well, that is my next question. So what I mean, can you
I play, you know what?
put one at the top?
What's the guy's name that wrote Auld Lang Syne? The Scottish guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, they have a holiday. There's a holiday, and it's not
New Year's.
Not St. Patrick's. It's what's that guy?
I thought Auld Lang Syne was a New Year's thing.
It is New Year's.
But you said there's a holiday for that song, or
no, yeah. Let's see. I'll have to Google it because I'm tired now.
Kyle Barker is Googling Auld Lang Syne.
Yeah, who wrote? Watch this. You'll see. Who wrote Auld Lang Syne? Auld Lang Syne. Well, that was close.
Bill Nye.
I can't pronounce it. I don't know. Angsyne. How do you spell it?
It's A-N-G. I know.
I don't think so.
I thought it was O-L-E. Auld Lang Syne.
No wonder.
A-N-G.
I hope you edit this thing, huh?
No. That's the best part. Because there's somebody listening to this right now that's yelling, "It's Auld Lang Syne!" Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
AULDLANGSYNE. Auld Lang Syne is a Scottish poet. Robert Burns.
Okay.
Scottish, if you're Scottish. Now, the significance is, may all acquaintance be forgotten. We know it, right?
Right.
It's
it means.
It's the only song worldwide. You could go to China or Africa,
and they still
South
sing
America
in their language.
It's the only worldwide song. And anyway, it's claimed that's his, and his name is Robert Burns, or as the Scots like to call him, Bobby.
Okay.
And
Bobby Burns.
Bobby Burns. Aye. You know, Bobby. That song's about a guy riding around on a horse, getting drunk, falling off the horse, and going to another bar, and he had a lot of children.
Oh, and that's what that is?
Yes. All right. It's about a 15, 20, and I'm not going to name who it is.
Yeah.
But I had the pleasure and the opportunity to play for these people in Merced County that own a couple of dairies and a few acres of land. And half was Anglo and Scottish, and the other half were Mexican descendants. And of course, everybody knows Sabor Me is my favorite song.
Okay.
And I could play Sabor. In fact, I got it on YouTube. Me and Carlos Martinez doing Sabor Me. Okay, so I got the gig. It's a Christmas gig, and we sing Feliz Navidad, jingle bells, Sabor Me. And the guy that puts it, and it's called Hagstrom or Hag. It's Scottish, and they go all the way. Everyone's dressed in kilts. You can spend $1,000, $2,000 for a kilt. And they sing,
not that cultural.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
What was it?
Anyway.
I think it was Danny Boy. I sang in L.A. to this Scotsman or Irishman, and he cried. I made him cry, man. I nailed it because I really went for it.
Verse 2, when you're down in your grave underneath, looking up.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm waiting for you, Danny. It makes me. I get kind of choked. You know?
Oh yeah.
So anyway, I had this. I did 2 or 3 years in a row. I had a couple of Christmas Decembers where I had like 15 to 20 gigs. At hospitals and banks back when. Actually, I got a lot of gigs because they needed the sound system.
Yeah.
So okay,
here's
you can get the sound system for $1, and
I'm $159.
And it's $2. It's $2 if I bring it out to you, and it's $3 if I pick it up. Well, as long as I'm there, and you're going to pay me $6, I might as well sing in between. Yeah. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and the fire is so delightful. Since there's no place to go, give me,
Do some blow, let it snow in your nose.
Oh, yeah.
I got
one of those.
Yeah, I got a Christmas album.
No one of
Because to
those.
me, that was like
That's why you didn't get asked back.
yeah, no. One of the things that I always wanted to do was seasonal, like holiday albums, because to me, like, who was it? Is it Neil Diamond? There's somebody that put out like a new Christmas album like every year
Recently,
for like 5 years to 10 years. I'm trying to think of who it was. I want to maybe it was Frank.
I don't think anybody listens to that. I think
But like you don't have
over.
to. You put it out once and it'll come back every year. It's that album that keeps having a resurgence opportunity.
Christmas. As far as I know, it's over. We had a gig, the Kyle Barker Band. We played. In fact, that's a great story. 20 years in a row, we played at the Venetian at the Fairmont Hotel in San Francisco. So, and we stopped playing about 6 or 7 years ago. So 26 years ago, this guy hears us at a big food thing in Modesto. And he said, hey, I like your music. We want you to play at the Venetian at the Fairmont. What do you think? I go, well, hello. Sure, we'll play that. So it says the first Friday of December for luncheon. There's about 200 will be in the Venetian. Even back then, 30 years ago, the Venetian had become a banquet hall.
Yeah.
The Smothers Brothers and Frank Sinatra and all those guys were gone, and it wasn't happening, but it was a banquet hall. So we got the gig. We played basically 2.5 hours of Let It Snow.
That's awesome.
And at the end of the gig, they roll out a cart that's probably, it looked like a big giant shuffleboard.
Yeah.
It's probably 3 feet wide and 30 feet long, and it had the Golden Gate Bridge, and they had baked Alaska, and they set it on fire, and all the busboys came out, and all the waiters came out, and the jingle bells, of course.
Yeah.
And as a big grand finale, it was a wonderful gig. We had a great time. And the first couple of years,
What are they doing next
I
door?
don't know. Someone's getting a new gutter.
Yeah.
But the first couple of years, we had to go through the kitchen, which was pretty amazing. Like 3 stories down. Wow, we're doing some home improvements.
That's not your house,
I'm
is it?
taking a backhoe in front of my yard. So anyway, we played the gig.
Yeah.
And it was the guy what it is or what it was since the 1930s. It's called the San Francisco Salesmen's Club, and it was all the sales managers of the food industry. So I had over a period of 20 years, I saw Bob Piccinini from Save Mart, and I saw the Gimper Lees from down in Turlock, the egg people, and the West people, the Bensons and J.S. West, and saw them over there. One time everybody came at one time, but everybody in the food business, so we got to know everybody.
Yeah.
But the guy came up to me and he says, Parker, he says, here's your check. He says, we love your band. We want you back next year. He says, I got to be honest with you. The band before you, they were fantastic. We really loved them, and they played here for 25 years. Well, I had to ask the obvious question. Well, if you love them so much, why are you getting us? He goes, oh, they died.
Oh, God.
He goes, guess what? You can have the gig till you die.
Yeah, thanks, Dick.
Well, the economy changed.
Yeah.
I mean, when I took my truck,
So they died first.
No, it just the parking cost $47 and $6 across the bridge.
That's crazy. Oh, yeah.
And the internet, I think, killed it. It was like
now I remember I had
70 years or 80 years.
I had a gig. I was doing Luisa's. Luisa is like the Trump of San Francisco. Like she owns the Ben and Jerry's on Haight and Ashbury. Like she's kind of a tycoon of real estate, and she had her own restaurant. They had like the vino bottles hanging from the ceiling. Like it was very old country. Yeah,
very San Francisco.
And she had me playing there every Thursday. No, actually, it was Delaney's at her Irish pub over by the yacht club area. What's that called over there? Where all the yachts are, man. The Marina
in San
district.
Francisco.
Yeah, the Marina district in the San Francisco.
The San Francisco Yacht Club is in Tiburon.
Okay, no, this was.
I mean, I'm sure it's a yacht club.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot of boats parked there.
But it's the actual Marina district.
Yeah, in the Marina.
And I was doing shows there. Well, so this one night I had because basically I would have my bouncer as my driver. I'd load all my equipment in the back because, I'm a shit talker, so I didn't want to get into any altercations that I could, I'm not going to trust somebody from San Francisco to protect me. I'm going to bring somebody from Modesto. And so at the time I had this wrestler, he's still a wrestler today. His name's Bobby Hart, and he was my driver this particular night. And so I had him taking me, and I was like, oh man, I barely have enough to get across the bridge. Like, it was just one of those, scenarios where, like, is this even worth it at this point, But we get across the bridge, and as we're coming into Embarcadero to make the cut over to wherever, whatever, I don't remember. Anyways, but we had to cut through Embarcadero to get over to cut up to where my gig was. And all of a sudden, there's just people everywhere. And I'm like, what's going on, dude? Like, I'm texting the bartender, hey, man, we're stuck in traffic. Like, there's people everywhere right now. And he's like, I didn't think you were coming tonight. And I text him back. I was like, why? I'm over here. I'm on, I'm getting ready to turn on Broadway or whatever, a market or whatever right now. And he goes, it's the 4th of July. Why are you here? And I was like, oh my God, that's why there's so many people. They were watching the fireworks on the, on the bay or whatever. And we didn't even know. I was too worried about crossing the bridge, paying the fare.
We played on the pier at Berkeley once, and at a wedding reception. And my back was to San Francisco. And like 9 o'clock or so, the band goes. Of course, I'm sitting down. I can't stand up. I'm sitting. I'm kicking bass pedals and playing my keyboard. And the drummer, we're looking that way, and the guitar player and the girl singing keep. Wow! Look at the fireworks! Look at the fireworks! I turn and look. There's no fireworks.
Yeah.
I'm playing. I can't.
Yeah. You're like, I can't.
They go. Well, then they go again. I turn and look. I never did see them. But anyway.
Yeah. But it got the crowd looking over your shoulder.
That was a cool gig.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry, Mr. Barker. We're .comers. Money's no object. We're .comers. I don't remember what year .comers was that.
That was like
91 or
99, somewhere in there.
We're .comers.
95-ish.
Yeah, that's probably the end of it. Yeah, I hired a. Yeah, they wanted Brick House and Funky Music, White Boy. And those are two songs I can't really play honorably on the pedals, or even left-hand bass. So I hired a bass player who sang those songs very, very well.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you his name when you turn that off.
Okay.
And he's a super nice guy, and I really like him, and I admire his talent. But I didn't know at the time I hired him. He never told me you can't play him and sing him at the same time.
Oh, that's a big thing.
So Penny ended up singing Brick House. I never could get used to a girl singing about.
Yeah, about a girl.
Yeah, so he had the bass player.
What about that Katy Perry "I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It" song?
Yeah,
that isn't one that your band does, though.
No, we don't do that. Well,
so what do you think?
We've played a couple of coming out parties.
I mean,
I was a little edgy. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, I mean, for a hetero male, that could be.
Yeah. You got to know. Some
I am one as well, Kyle.
You got to know some Broadway stuff.
Yeah. Well, my only Broadway, the only Broadway I liked was My Fair Lady and Little Shop of Horrors. Those are like the only two I ingested.
Those are great songs.
I think that they're the best soundtracks.
Oh yeah.
Because you have a little bit of everything in both of them.
Oh yeah.
You got romance. You've got badassery. Granted, I'm sure if I learned the Jets and the
that was West Side Story.
West Side Story. I never really could get into it because I feel like it's too ethnic for me.
Oh,
I mean, I'm Portuguese, but I'm not that Portuguese. It's hard for me to follow that. Or Warriors, but that wasn't a musical,
Yeah, I like that. I'm very fortunate with the music story. I've been see all of that. Have friends.
Yeah.
I tell everybody music's like a diamond, and it has facets that don't see each other.
Right.
You know, it's so good, and that's why I'm enjoying my thing with you, because it's almost like another world, but it's another side of the facet I haven't seen. But it's bright. I'm digging it.
I'm totally, dude. You know what? In a million years, if you had told me 20, like this is what I said. If you told me in junior high that I would be opening for Vanilla Ice, I would say no way. I hate that guy. You know what I mean? And if you had told me in junior high, you know, whenever I'd ride my skateboard into your store with my friends and I'd play on your pianos until you guys would be like, hey, get your greasy fingers off my pianos, you know, and then
we never moved that.
No, actually, it was the Oregon guy at the mall. You remember that guy?
Oh yeah, we were hands on. When I was a little kid,
oh my god,
I got kicked out of stores.
Hey, also, do you remember the Oregon guy at the pizza machine back in the day?
John White.
Oh, is that his name?
Very, very fun young fellow.
Oh my god,
he's in Nashville now, but
is he?
He's kind of a peripheral Nashville, and he left here years ago, and he was in Branson, Missouri.
Okay.
We're still Facebook friends. He worked with me for a while.
I would like you to plug me in with that guy, because I would like to see what he's up to. He was just one. You know, it's like you go to the pizza machine.
He had a pipe organ in his garage too.
He had that organ right in the middle. I mean, he was the show. You know what I mean? You ate your pizza and you looked over your shoulder at this guy sitting in the middle of the room, just laying it down.
Real talent. It's a real talent. We're good Facebook friends. He
That's
posts
awesome.
pretty regular. It's kind of funny when he goes back. He posts pictures of like walking big, 6-inch bugs and stuff. Fireflies. He's totally Californian. You go, oh man, look at these.
So what about? Do you remember the early dawn karaoke black cowboy guy that used to do? He didn't do karaoke, but he did a lounge act where he was the singer.
What's his name? He's older than I am.
Yeah,
but he always looked young.
That was somebody. Oh well, black don't crack, man.
Unfortunately, he played sax. He was a terrible sax player.
Yeah,
I told him to. I said,
he's still around though.
Last time I talked to him, he was a grandfather. Way before.
Well, dude, at 70, you said he's older than you?
Yeah, he's got to be 74, 75. And I haven't heard from him in a long, long time. And I'll probably think of his name later.
I just like bringing up these old acts to you because you keep asking me, and I'm like, I don't know, because you're talking about real musicians.
Tommy Warren. Holy shit.
That is a... Dude, he was a huge inspiration for me growing up.
I got a black story for you. So when I was I went to high school in Montana, Great Falls, Montana.
Okay.
So probably my junior year in high school, I was very, very fortunate. So I'm like 16. All the three other guys are airmen out at the air base. My father got stationed at Malmstrom Air Base in Great Falls, Montana. And so I was lucky. I hooked up with a bunch of GIs that were rough. I was a terrible player. And my father would come in. He said, Kyle, you got to come down to this country western bar and hear this black guy sing. He says, he's unbelievable. And I go, Dad, I don't go to country western bars, and black guys can't sing country. And so a few months later, my dad says, hey, that guy went to Nashville. His name was Charlie Pride.
Holy shit!
He worked in the smelt when he lived in Great Falls. He lived in Montana for years and years, but Great Falls 4 or 5 years. And my dad used to drink with Charlie Pride.
That is awesome.
And he made the Country Western Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Kiss an angel, good morning.
I mean, dude,
you're thinking
Charlie
about
Pride
when you're gone. Kiss an angel, good morning.
That's legendary, man.
Yeah. I was talking to Tommy Warren. He used to wear a white cowboy hat. And he sang cool funk stuff.
Yeah.
I never quite figured that out. I saw him. He had a little single for a while out at the Fruit Yard.
Yeah.
He tried some different things.
Now, as a kid, he was one of the few lounge acts I could watch.
Yeah,
in Modesto,
kind of a lounge act, yeah.
And I just thought he was so... And, it was... I remember as a kid being that asshole kid, because everybody that has a talent, when you're immature with it, you want to jump in on somebody else's gig. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go... Like, I mean, I don't know what it was like for you, but I mean, for me, watching guys like you or even, watching. I mean, actually, David Dow.
I gotta go see what they're doing.
Okay, let's go look. Let's go take a look.
Man,
They're beating the shit out of something over here.
I didn't even know there was that much cement over there.
So we're walking over to the neighbor's house. They're beating the shit out of their backyard with a, sounds like a tractor and some sledgehammers.
Hey, you guys want some cerveza? What are they doing? What's going on?
Oh, there you go.
We're breaking the concrete.
Oh yeah, the concreto.
So what are they going to redo it? Yeah. Really?
Nice.
Pretty nice.
That's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah. I'm impressed. You guys are fast. Oh, she wants the good stuff. Hey, are you the lady with the chihuahuas? Yes, I'm good. Give me your phone. I'll call you at 4 a.m. if you want. Of course, there is.
Oh yeah.
You know, I got a dog too. My dog's. Do you live here?
She said that
I'm your neighbor.
The chihuahuas,
Hey,
they're not her chihuahuas. They're not her chihuahuas. It's somebody else's chihuahuas that sound just like her chihuahuas.
I'll call you if they get there. Fine. I can't see any. I got 2 dogs. Starting about 1 month, we'll have another. The big dog goes. Oh. That's our dog.
This has been an epic moment with Kyle Barker.
Our dog, all I have to say is hose. He's a smart dog. He doesn't like to hose. Well, welcome to the neighborhood. I tell you what, it's good.
You should see what a 70-year-old balancing on his tiptoes to look over the fence.
Yeah. I've been here over 20 years.
Oh my God.
20. Okay, we'll see you later. Don't work too hard. You bet. We tried to buy that house.
Yeah.
We bought that one over there.
Expanding the compound.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting.
No, it really is. That's pretty awesome, man. It's one of the small things you can do to create an establishment in Modesto is to create a compound.
Well, you know, a lot of cultures. Well, it's common.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A hacienda, you know, the big.
For sure.
So Casey and the granddaughters are going to live over there, and we're going to put a gate in here.
Well, I thought you'd just take out the whole fence, man.
No.
No.
We want to lock them out.
You gotta be able to.
No, I want to keep in control. So, 2 stories, and then there's outbuilding that's really nice.
And this one has a pool also?
No.
Oh. If they have like a cool overhang there. I thought so.
Yeah. It's gonna work there. Yeah, so the gate's gonna be probably over there. And then there's a. Well, that's I've never bothered it.
With any of your other neighbors?
Yeah. Now see, we got like 7 or 8 feet here, 30, 40 feet there.
Yeah.
8 people total. 8 neighbors. We've been trying to buy their houses. So.
One piece at a time, like Johnny Cash says.
Yeah. I think the walnuts are falling. Oh, that's not a walnut. That's a landmine.
That's a dog nut.
Scruffy nuggets.
Scruffy nuggets, yeah.
Landmines and scruffy nuggets. Yeah, pulled all of that. Did I show you I guess I did. I showed you my Modesto arch.
Oh, yeah.
I got a lot of work cut out for me on that.
No, that's awesome, man.
So this is going to be like a industrial
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you, like the little road and everything.
There'll be a road. The road only has to be 1 foot wide even.
Yeah.
1 foot is the same as 30 feet. So then around the edge will be
So you'll have some cars parked in here.
commercial buildings, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have a car show in the middle in the park.
Oh, yeah.
There's no blueprint.
But then you got, so what's the scale? So they don't have G scale and car models, do they?
Oh, yeah.
Is that so? That's like a across the board kind of model thing.
Well, 1 to 29, 1 to 32. It just depends
I got you.
Yeah, but they're similar, and it's hard to find. You gotta. Well, those guys are pretty industrial.
Yeah. Frog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's big.
Yeah, he's
not fat.
He can't see those little minnows. We used to give them snails. They love snails.
Yeah.
We know because they crap in the swimming pool and there'd be parts of snails in the swimming pool. But yeah, they gotta fatten him up for winter. He doesn't look too good. See, isn't that frustrating? He can't see those. He can't see those little minnows. We threw a snail out there. We had a board called a snail board. We put the snails on there.
Oh, to collect them?
Yeah.
Man, that food's like right in his mouth. He's not even doing anything.
No, it has to be moving. That movie Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay.
And the Tyrannosaurus, it has to be moving.
Crickets. What about crickets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're here.
I'll bring him some crickets this weekend for you.
We get 50 at a time, and
yeah.
But
I'll release a bunch of crickets for you.
Happy to. I love the sound.
Yeah.
I'm hoping eventually to we had snails and crickets, and we didn't use any. Yeah. Have you seen? I'll show you the bungalow. We'll go. I'll show her.
Okay.
Where Kelly is.
We're going to the bungalow.
Nice people. Good lady. The Chihuahua lady.
Yeah, that's funny. She's like, oh, no, there's those chihuahuas that sound like my chihuahuas.
Those guys are ambitious. This is a 1/3 acre. Kelly Barker. Kelly Barker. He's not here, but I'll show you that.
Okay.
So, wasn't necessarily meant for him, but
oh yeah, nice little bungalow.
I had a HO scale. It stands for half of O.
Yeah.
And I had it in here. HO. Did you see these? Now these are the real deal. Those aren't. There's original Dan Electro.
Oh wow.
Now you do know this is literally a lipstick tube. It was a lipstick.
Really?
They were next door to a lipstick company. Hey Kelly.
Hey. What's up, man?
You find something to eat? Yes. So these are Dan Electro was the first to make. There was Gibson and Fender.
Right.
But in the early '50s, late '40s, they used lipstick tube, masonite. This right here is mother of shower curtain.
What?
Mother of shower curtain. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right. So, in fact, Peavey is very aware of this story. What happened is this company made these very inexpensive guitars that played pretty good. And Sears and Roebuck went to him and said, hey, make us 40,000 silver tones and we'll pay you like $60. So Dan Electro geared up, made 40,000 silver tones for him. And that was good for 2 or 3 years. And then one day Sears said, hey, make 50,000 silver tones and we'll give you $30. And Dan Electro said, we can't do that. He said, well, we'll go somewhere else. And they quit.
Wow. And we'll go to China.
Yeah. So these guys went bankrupt.
Damn.
So Skip Majora, that's Skip's music, he never forgot. Now, Artley Peavey never forgot. And they never got hooked like Guitar Center.
Right.
Peavey's always been very careful. Yamaha's very careful. If Guitar Center goes, Fender probably would too. So this is the original. And then we also have the case, and you could get this single pickup in a case with two tubes for $99, including a tube amplifier.
That's crazy.
And I don't know where the rest of them are. Is the red one not here? It's at the store, huh? So anyway, there's that's out of an organ Kelly made. He liked tube.
Oh yeah,
he likes tube sound, so he took this, put it in a box. It's out of a Branson organ.
that's awesome.
But they made,
Clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Branson made
Got a good
tube
sound.
boxes, and then later they made organs and.
You're coming to the show, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Cool.
How you feeling?
Good to meet you,
You're
man.
good.
Officially,
Jay.
we didn't officially meet the other day at the store.
That's all right.
I'm Jay Smith or Justin. Yeah.
The comedian.
Yeah, you could call it that. I don't know if I'm funny. Yeah.
So here's the
Workshop.
We're trying to repurpose everything, so I
Oh man.
repurpose.
So now you're gonna. So okay. So I get what I already see what's happening here. You're gonna do one of those like at Disneyland, the guy that's got the automated player organ.
I know.
You got the tiki head over there on the gold chest. It's important.
That was during Roman days.
It's important.
Yeah.
And this is the train room.
Yeah. There's the arch. Trying some different ideas. I think I want to go back to the guy and have him trick it out.
Yeah, you gotta get some lights in there.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Yeah. Oh yeah,
That's awesome,
that'll
man.
be the easy part, putting the lights in. I got cars I haven't even.
Yeah.
Anyway, and there's you're asking about the different scales. See here.
Oh yeah.
So. Yep, the cars will come next after the buildings.
Yeah. It's multiple projects.
Oh yeah. I have ADD, who doesn't?
No, that's a good problem.
Everybody does. And that's a very cool locomotive there.
Ooh, and you got the pegboard with all the places you've been. I like that.
Yeah, we're gonna have pins. That's motorcycle trips.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anyway, that's the tour. Green-eyed lady, ocean lady.
Hello? Like, this message is for Vericon. Like, I would totally go to your show, like, you dying and stuff like that, the mortuary. But it's so close to Halloween. That's when all the good parties are going on that night. And I want to get fucked up, I want to think about death or, a little karaoke comedy guy dying. I want to go party and do some fucking drugs and dress like a whore. Okay.
Death of the Undertaker, Remembering Jay Smith, bitch, featuring the memories of Jason Russler, Dr. Stryker, Kyle Barker, Slam Yates, October 26th.
So, October 27th, 2018, 42 tickets. It just kind of, they stopped moving. Maybe I sold the 100 I was going to sell. Or the 100 and, what is it at? It's 13. 113 is good. Place only holds 200, so it's, and I don't want anybody to be cramped, certainly. But it's been 5 years since Jay Smith, bitch, overdosed in Austin, Texas. Ironically, right before I, Buck Stallion, moved
back from Texas to California. Huh. It's ironic. But I mean, you know, you could have Googled anything. It said Jay Smith, and you could have seen Jim Cricket, you could have seen Buck Stallion, you could. Anyways, so I keep having this reoccurring theme from a certain group of friends. And it could be just the story spinnings of an artist. It might just be one person, and it's resonating throughout the crowd. But there's people that are mad at me, or they're mad at Jay Smith, biatch, because how could he be doing a show? And then there's other people that are like, what happened to Jay Smith? Well, Jay Smith's been dead for 5 years. There's a lot of people that come to Buck Stallion shows and they yell Jay Smith, bitch, during some time of the show. And I'm like, that's not this show, sir. You're talking about somebody else's show. But people don't care. They call me Jay Smith bitch all the time. So it was weird. So I was doing this show, and these gals were sitting at the end of the bar, staring awkwardly as I was doing my shtick. And I took a break, and they walked up, or I walked up next to them. That's at the corner, because they were at the end of the bar. I was at the corner of the bar, and I walked up to them, and I was like, "How you guys doing tonight?" And they're like, "Dude, you remind me of this guy, Jay Smith." And I go, "Dude, it's crazy. A lot of people keep telling me that, but I'm Buck Stallion. I'm from Austin, and I heard that guy died of overdose or some shit. What a fucking loser." And like, their night was ruined. Their jaws dropped. They just like stared at me, and they like whispered amongst each other, and then they left, and they didn't finish their drinks. I don't remember. I think they had like nachos, or it was some sort of finger food, maybe some fries. But yeah, I just remember them leaving like within moments of me saying that, because after I said that, you know, I just went back to my gig. You know, I went back to doing my thing. But so uncomfortable. Everyone is so uncomfortable. I don't know.
A smoke alarm can save your life, but not if it's silent. Over 60% of fire fatalities and countless injuries happen when smoke alarms are installed but fail to work. Sometimes when Buck Stallion smokes, he sets them off and stuff. That sucks. But he always makes sure if he takes the batteries out to Chong, he puts them back in when he's done. Remember, only working smoke alarms save lives. So sound the alarm to your family and friends. A silent smoke alarm may be the last thing they never hear. Brought to you by Buck Stallion's Holistic Emporium and GreenShopDelivery.com. Buck and pals and all their fascinating friends and mysterious enemies in the super scientific century.
My man!
Good morning. It's the Wake and Bake. I'm Buck Stallion. And, I don't know. You know, rape is never a funny thing. I know lots of rape victims. But for what's going on in the news right now is some chick is accusing some dude of rape. Now, I understand, like, the dude is supposed to be a superior court judge. Seriously? Like, everybody wants to act like they're all ethical now? All of a sudden, we got ethical judges? I know that, like, when a scandal comes out, we're all in upheaval, and we're like, yeah, down with that guy. He's a piece of shit. You know? But let's let him be a superior court justice. Let's let him fuck up, and then we'll get him. Let's not try and nab him for something that happened 20 years ago when you were drunk in college or having beers. I mean, I'm not even that invested in this whole machine, so. But, you know, it's like I posted this picture on Instagram of the alleged victim in this story, in this week's fucking melodrama of government. And yeah, I just thought it was funny because it was like, I don't really remember, but I will never forget, you know. And I just thought it was funny because this bitch is hella ugly. And, you know, I think in Jersey Shore they'd call that person a grenade. You know, you gotta jump on a grenade to save the rest of the crew. And I think that that's who this chick was. I think she was just some fucking grenade that was, you know, hey, just looking for somebody that's maybe had sex with this guy, and we can, you know, or maybe they never even had sex. That's where we're at these days. Is they still haven't decided how to punish the liars, you know, and that's interesting. I mean, you know, I've been on both sides. I've been on the side where this gal that was making sushi over on the east side of town, like, I always thought I wanted to hook up with her, and then we hooked up, and then I found out she had been with my manager, because I sold cars at the time. And it was one of those things where it's like, man, I wish somebody would have said something earlier. I would have known that was his ex-girlfriend. You know, so I probably wouldn't have fucked with her. But she was so pretty. And you know, the thing is like, as soon as you have sex, reality clicks in for some reason. Like, everything's in this passionate moment, and then you're done, and then you're like in this awkwardness. And me and this girl hooked up, and then immediately after, like as soon as we were done, she sat up and said, I don't normally do stuff like this. Get in the back. Or sit down right there in the middle. Sit in the middle. No, don't stand on my flowers. No! Get off of my plants! Stupid son of a bitch. Get in the back. Get off my fucking plants. Get in the back. Dude, get off my plants! Oh my god, dude, you're so stupid. Sorry. My dog was stepping on my
Some
plants.
fighters today are amazing at doing that.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, as soon as we were done doing what we were doing, she gets up and she's like, I never do that. I'm so embarrassed. I never do that. I never sleep with somebody on the first date. And I'm just like, yeah, me neither. I mean, because it was true. It's not really my MO. But, like, when you got it in your mind, like, oh, dude, I really want that chick. Dudes aren't the only ones that fucking get that in their head. I'm not going to fucking name any names. Okay, I will name a name. I watched this chick, fucking Sarah, rape one of my friends. And the thing is that he woke up the next day. I was sleeping on the couch. His bed, the couch was in his bedroom. And I was watching, and she started fucking blowing him or something. I could see movement, and I woke up, and I see her fucking sit on his dick, and I watch her fucking ride him, and her titties are popping everywhere. And so I jerk off and fucking pass back out. And then the next morning, she's gone. And my buddy's like, dude, fucking Sarah raped me, I think. I don't know. I was like halfway drunk, passed out, and I vaguely remember Sarah fucking me in my sleep. And I was like, yeah, I watched it. I jerked off and passed out. I got to see her titties. Now, here's the thing. Should that story fucking come out and that girl want to run for political office? You think I'm going to bring up the fact that she had sex with my best friend? Oops. Shit.
Punch that like button in the face like a boss.
You're stinky. You've been working all day. You need One Truth body powder. And now you're not stinky. You're fresh. Yeah.
I love the old days, you know? Remember the old days when the doctors used to come to your house? Right. Remember in the old days, cars, also made in the USA, right? You know, in the old days, we used to build bridges. Families in the old days, they saved money. In the good old days, law enforcement acted a lot quicker. In the old days, when we were smart and strong. You know, in the old days, we used to win. In the old days, you put the hairspray on, it was good.
I think it would be nice if somebody put Merry Christmas on something, you know, like the old days.
What happened to the old days where people came into this country? They worked and they worked and they worked and they had families and they paid taxes and they did all sorts of things. In the old days, when I was young, I'd say, we're not paying you back the $150 billion. You're not getting it.
In the old days, meaning a while ago, we had great surveillance going on in and around mosques.
You know, in the old days, we had mental institutions. You had a lot of them. And you could nab somebody. You can't put him in jail, I guess, because he hasn't done anything. But in the old days, you'd put him into a mental institution. Get out. Get out. Get out. In the good old days, this doesn't happen because they used to treat them very, very rough. And when they protested once, you know, they would not do it again so easily. In the old days, when you have a war and you win, that nation's yours.
You know, spies in the old days used to be executed.
He left. He deserted. You know, in the old days, when we were a strong country, it would be boom, gone. Somebody said the other day, well, he has some psychological problems. Well, you know, in the old days, bing, bong. In the old days, when we were strong and respected, they had a problem with Israel. I mean, they had a problem with terrorism. They shot 49 of the terrorists with the bullets loaded up with pig fat and pig blood. You know, in the old days, boom, firing squad. No, it's true. And we're going to go back to the old days. We're going back to the old days.
Death of the Undertaker, October 27th, featuring Jason Wrestler, Dr. Striker, Kyle Barker, Slam Yates, October 27th at the Franklin and Downs Memorial.
Daddy is the money bitch, 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 yellow bomb 95, yellow bomb 95, yellow bomb 95, yellow bomb 95, daddy is the money bitch, 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 yellow bomb 95, yellow bomb 95, yellow bomb 95, yellow bomb 95, daddy is the money bitch, 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 yellow bomb 95, yellow bomb 95, yellow bomb 95,
fingertips burnt to the 3rd degree. A purple switch mustache implanted surgically. My lungs compete and attract me. High as I wanna get, letting bugs attack me. Man, what you smoking on? Ass cheeks. So stick the stonage, bammer, ass and mass seeds. Fire on deck, blunts get passed like last week. It's 1 to the 2, 2, 3 to the 4th joint. High as I wanna get. Say word, them real killer spits. High as I wanna be. Say word, them ill thriller steeds. While you hit a small speck, got hipster bitches on deck that take dick to the neck, yep. Bet, smoke a spliff in your set, hips twist when I wreck, light a spliff then I jet, yep. Bet, peel your bitch in a sec, she'll be Officer Hoyt in a whip, getting wet, yep. Bet, blowing rings at her cunt, it goes 1 to the 2, 2, 3 to the 4th blunt. High as I wanna get. Say word, them real killer spits. High as I wanna be. Say word, them ill thriller steeds.
Hey, how's it going, Bearcon? Fuck you. You're not funny. I went to your last comedy show. It was an absolute fucking troll fest. I don't like going to karaoke night anymore. My name is Doug fucking Rogers, and I went to the local comedy event that you are at, and I was very upset when I left, okay? I don't know who you are. I don't know if you look like you're, who's that guy from Game of Thrones? You look like him, except fatter. And that makes me mad because I love Game of Thrones and I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're, well, now I just got your personal phone number, so I'm calling you. And I'm upset. I'm upset. You better go find it. Go find it. Oh.